Check. Mic 2 1 2. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Joseph. If you're new to this channel, I just talk about stuff that I really like or stuff that I own. Today, we're gonna talk about my sudden obsession with vintage lenses. So around last year, I got really into getting vintage lenses. I have a Fujifilm X-T5, which is the one that I'm filming on right now. And it all stemmed from watching, and I feel like everyone really probably has the same way of thinking when it comes to this. Well, I don't know, just me probably. It's after I watched Dune 2, everyone started going crazy over this, the Helios 44-2, and I really wanted that one, but then all of a sudden it just got extremely expensive on eBay. Everyone wanted to be Denis Villeneuve, and I don't blame them. I've never really been a fan of manual focusing, hence why I always bought really good autofocus cameras. Not saying that the X-T5 is the best one, but I used to have Sony's R's and all that stuff. At first it got a little too expensive, and then it got to learning a little bit of learning on how I had to pretty much adapt these lenses to the X-T5. Just learning a little bit more about photography and the whole fusion between how I could go from digital but also marrying with vintage. I wouldn't say technology, but vintage stuff. And I came across really cheap really cheap X adapters. I think that's what it's called. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, FX adapters. That's the type of adapters for Fujifilm. And the first one I bought was this Canon. It was a Sigma. I don't know, I feel like it was meant to be for those cameras that were a little autofocus, but we're still film cameras, and I couldn't figure it out. The aperture doesn't really work on this one. I bought this other one, a Sears 28mm, and this one was brand new, so it was pretty cool acquiring this type of lens, especially with the box and the papers and everything. I keep them in pretty good condition. I got some Minoltas, and I got this 50mm 1.7, and I got a 45mm 2.0, which is my favorite one so far. I don't know, it's just crazy how you start to think how good things were built back then. All of these lenses are very robust, metal built. I don't know, in my ignorance, I thought that all lenses were going to have the same sizing, an MD lens was gonna fit all the lenses that I had, which is Canon, MD, K mount, all that stuff, and 42M. Is it 42M? Yeah, M42 for the Helios. And this weird one here, which is a Seiko. It's a Fuji Seiko, and I still haven't been able to figure out the prominence of this lens. It's pretty cool. I really, really like it. I gotta get myself another M42 adapter for the Fuji camera because I'm using it on the Helios, and I lost the little wrench for it. So I'm too lazy to figure that out, so I'll just buy another one. Getting used to the whole manual focusing in the wild was very strange, and I really, really enjoyed it for a time being. But having kids and always trying to capture the moment, and they move a little too fast, man, for you to try to manual focus. I think the whole reason why I wanted to go more in depth with manual lenses is I've been doing photography for a very long time, and I just wanted to go more in depth to the beginning of it. Do it like the pros used to do it, just out of focus all the time, kind of burn me out, and I'm still burnt out. I feel like I haven't gotten rid of that rut. Photography is a really expensive hobby, just acquiring little things here and there, and you see a lens on eBay that's $45, but that really adds up. Now I have 6 lenses, and I think in between all of these probably 700 plus the adapters, which is $15, so do the math, 15 times 6. I'm surprised that they're in really good condition. Also, one of my favorite ones is this Pentax 50mm 1.7. It has a really shitty like aperture, and I tried to I tried to fix it myself, and what I did is I ended up messing it up even more. So now I have to like purchase a new one. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's very smooth. Like it was brand new on the box. So I think this lens has to be like at least 40 years old, like out the box, brand new. So I got lucky there. This one is a Sigma 28mm, and again, I don't know, I did not like it that much. Was it this one that I didn't like? Wait. Yeah, it was this one. I didn't really like it that much, honestly. But, you know, I just give it another try, I guess. And, I don't know, it's fun having that tactile response when you know, open the aperture ring and then focusing and seeing that happening in the camera itself. This is the Sigma. I don't know if it's focusing. Like I said, Fujifilm focus sucks. There you go, I think that's it. But, and then this one is the one that I said, that's a Fuji Seiko. I have no idea where it comes from. I got this on eBay from Japan. I don't know if you have if you ever seen this, comment, or I don't know, if you've seen it, just comment. And then I feel like the most annoying part about these lenses, for example, like this 45mm Minolta, is that had it not been the adapter, it could have been like a good pancake lens. And that's what I really liked about it. I mean, it's still pretty small, but again, like, you know, the XT5 is already heavy as it is, so it's kind of annoying. And this one by far has to be like the sharpest one I've had. Again, I kind of messed up the aperture ring when I opened it up, and I lost some screws doing that. It still has a really good soft focus. I don't know, whoever owned this or took care of this did a really good job over the years. This is the Pentax-A 1.7 50mm. This one is in really good condition too. You hear that? And then also no issues. I don't know, I kind of want to get a M camera just so I could put these, because for some reason the M adapters are a little bit smaller, so you're able to have a better kit instead of just protruding when you're out and about. And that's my problem that I've always had with the XT5. Reason why I want to sell it, but I'm trying to see what other camera I could use for video, so I'll probably just go like for an H8, the H8 XH2S, that one, yeah. When I do videos at night, it's horrible. And I think it has to do for the megapixel count. Damn, I thought I had more. Yeah, so far I have 7 lenses actually. I said 6 before. It's fun collecting things that you like. You know, right now I'm using the 16mm, the 16mm from Fuji autofocus, because these are not that wide when I want it to be, you know, when I want to do these videos and stuff. So I think it's pretty great how the fusion between the past and the present, I wouldn't say the future, the fusion between past and the present is happening. You know, like I usually say, like the future is now. We have so many things at our disposal that a guy like Henry Cartier-Bresson would be very jealous of. And you know, usually the thing about photography is, does gear matter? And I say yes and no. I say no because, I mean, I've gotten some pretty good photography just on an iPhone 14, on an iPhone 4S. That was my first camera, so to speak. and I got some really good photos out of that, just editing. Now you have like really good cameras on your pocket, which is your iPhones or Android phones, whatever. I don't know, I feel like consumerism is at fault, because every new stuff that comes out, you kind of need to have it. And that's pretty much a sickness nowadays. So I'm just trying to take advantage of the surplus of supply on the internet now with these like manual lenses, and some are in really good condition, and they're having like a little renaissance nowadays. So everything is like getting really expensive. Some guys online were saying that they were able to find some of these lenses before 2018 for like $5, $10, and now these things are like over $100. I mean, good for the sellers, but man, that hurts the pocket, you know? If you like the stuff that I post and you enjoy watching videos about photography or photography gear, I post them here and there sometimes. Again, this channel is about anything and everything that I own, or stuff that I find interesting, or stuff that I would like to watch. And I know that probably isn't helping my case with the YouTube algorithm, because some people like to have, YouTube likes to niche out stuff. So if I want to talk about photography, I should just stick to that. If I want to talk about instruments or synthesizers, I should just talk about that, or whatever, you know, pretty stupid. But yeah, like and subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks.